Genshin is going on in the background. Hold on. Get rid of that for a second. Ah. Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh. Coldblood, thank you for the follow. Hello. Hi. Welcome, welcome. So, we are getting back into the 4.2 story quest for Genshin. But my game has decided that it wants to verify the file integrity, and it's been doing this for the past like 10 minutes. So yeah, we're just waiting for that to finish. But other than that, probably gonna like, I don't know if I finished my commissions, but I'm probably gonna do my commissions first, get those out of the way, and then go into the story, because I'm really excited. I want to see what is wrong with Farina, because she has an interesting character. She's interesting. I wanna know what is going on with her, because something's wrong with that girl. I need to know what's wrong with her, and I need to know why she won't come home. I'm mad. I still haven't gotten her yet. We're still working on getting her. I'm gonna get her eventually. Eventually, anyways. But yeah, so the plan is do my commissions, finish all my commissions so I can get my primos, then do story quests, get more primos, summon for Farina, not get Farina, and yeah, go keep going through that cycle until eventually we get Farina. Probably like on the last day of her banner. That's usually how it goes. But you know, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. As long as we get her, we'll be good. That's what I'm going with. But yeah. I hope everybody is doing well. I am still sick. If you like hear me sniffling, I apologize. I am still sick. Don't know what I'm sick with, but we're getting over the cold still, so I apologize. But yeah, if you hear me go quiet, probably muted myself because like I had to sneeze or cough. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. But yeah, hopefully this will finish up soon so I can get into the game. Let me switch over to this screen right here. Hi, Essie. Hello. Hi. We're waiting. We're waiting very patiently for the game to finish verifying. It always hits me with this every time. I can play the game yesterday, and then it's just like, no. We need to verify that your files are correct. And I'm like, I didn't touch them. I didn't do anything to them. Why are you verifying? And they're like, no, we must verify them. But it's okay. Come on. I want to get into the story. I want to play the story. I thought I got stuck for a second. Come on. Come on. You got this? You got it? Same, but I'm on PS4. I just got done playing Farina Story Quest. Ooh, how was it? How was it? I've heard through the grapevine that it's good. and it did cause tears. And I would like to get to it eventually. I mean, I think I can unlock it once I'm done with this batch of commissions, and then like I finish the Archon quest, then I can get it. I think, because I think I get another key out of it. I did it. I did near the end of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I heard she do be evoking tears, making people cry. Am I prepared to cry? No. I will be doing my best to fight back against the tears. I'm not going to boo-hoo cry. No, not today. Okay, so Farina is in Poisson. What do I have to do? Okay, I started these. I think I finished this one. Yeah, I finished that one. I was working on these two, but we're not gonna do that now. Although I should go back and do them because I do want stuff. Okay, I'm like almost done with the encounter points. Well, actually, I've never done like Fontaine commissions, so let me actually do some because I forgot that I set my region for my commissions for Fontaine. So you know, I mean, let me do it because I do need materials. I do need materials. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, where am I? Why are you? Where's that pink? Okay, where is the commission? It's over here. Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Come here. Give me. Probably switch to Barbara because Barbara has more health. Being underwater is so pretty. I need to be under here more often, but like I just like the first day that it came out, I was just always underwater. It's just so pretty. I need to come back because like I have a lot of stuff that I'm missing. Can I hit that from here? No. Can't hit that. I want the chest. I want it. I can interact. I can't even interact with that, but I can't. I was able to activate it, but I can't do anything. Okay. Ow. Okay, I'll come back to it. All right, next commission. Where do I go? Over here? Okay. I love Fontaine so much. Fontaine is so pretty. Fontaine is just so pretty. I don't know. It might be just because like I have like a soft spot for like I don't know. Cause like it gives me like it reminds me of BioShock somehow. I don't know why. Like if you ask me to explain, I won't be able to. But like I love it.
And voila.
I forgot I was playing with the English stuff. Okay, so that's commission 2. Now number 3. By the domain that I'm in too many times a day. In fact, I need to go back in because I have artifacts for Farina. I have started artifacts for her. Are they any good? We're not going to talk about that. I just have artifacts for her. I have the set for her.
This is no time for distraction.
But I do need to level them.
Seriously.
Because right now, Sing Chu is holding them. He has them holding them. But yeah, they're okay stats. I need to level them, and I need to hopefully have them roll good. Will they? No. Oh yeah, my drops. More primos.
Magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
I had forgotten to claim my own drops, so I finally got them. But they are still active. They have Twitch has drops active until the 27th. So any participating channel, such as mine, that is streaming Genshin, you can just like hang out
Now disappear.
and get free stuff. You know, just for watching. And that's honestly free primos.
From whence you came.
Free primos are great. We love free primos. I actually need to hunt these crabs more often. Not you. I want you. So I need them for somebody. I don't remember who. I think it might be right that I need them for. I could be wrong. Because like the big crab was for Lenny, and I used them for Lenny. I don't know what I need the little crab drops for. Don't remember who they were for. But I know I needed them for somebody. Hold on. Check. Because he uses this. What do I need? Is it for you? Is it for your talents? No. Who do I need them for? Oh, no, I did need it for you. You want to know why I needed it for him? His catalyst. That's what I needed it for. I still need to farm for these. And I need to farm for one more of these, and then am I done with this weapon after that? I am. So where's my last commission? Over here. So I go here. And then I jump. Yes. it's these boys. I need them actually. Hello. That all? That was. Need that. I needed those. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna go collect my stuff. Catherine? Catherine? Oh, Catherine, I'm done.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the adventure.
Hello, Catherine. Can I have my free stuff? Thank you. Far as I can go this time. Not that it matters, because they both do the same thing. Catherine, I'm not done with you.
Thank
Give me my
you
dailies.
for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. She's so lovely. She gives me free stuff all the time. She's so lovely. I need to use more resin. Touch this real quick. No, I don't have enough. Don't have enough for that. Do I have enough for the other piece though? Besides, I'm here. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's see. Craft. Okay, got 5. Okay. Do I have enough? Probably not. These boys. Wait, I just need one. Yeah, I just need the one. Cool, and I got a piece back. That's nice. Let me double check his stuff real quick. Riot, my love. Do you mind if I see your book? I need 2 more. Well, that is a problem for me tomorrow. Cause I got story quests to do. Yep, all that's collected. So give me this. Give me key. Gotta go do the quest first. Okay. We go. We're going. Farina, my love. Where did you go?
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
She's probably feeling bad because, you know, like, people did in fact become water. Farina. Oh, there she is. Hi, Farina. She looks so sad.
That's Farina, right over there.
Shut up, Paimon.
She really...
Should I just give up?
Is she crying?
This is all meaningless.
Putting this on auto.
What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
Not everyone, but a decent amount of people died.
Sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out.
Olivia, I'm sorry. I can't let you when I'm watching a story quest.
I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who's that?
Man, she dried up her tears
Don't
real
worry,
fast.
Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects, come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
Wow, Paimon.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marish Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Yeah, you depressed right now, aren't you?
Of course not.
Uh-huh.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Ooh, they're mad. They're big mad.
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
I don't think they're
That's
fans.
against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
And she ran away.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
Oh, she's fast. Oh, she's fast. They are too slow, actually. But she is fast.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina!
So were we just all hiding behind the
It's good hiding
block
spot over
together?
here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Oh, what is wrong with her? I need to know. Hi, Lily. You want to watch the story too? Come here. Come.
I'm so tired.
They were not catching up to you, Farina. They were not.
I totally thought they had caught me.
They honestly were not.
No, I mean,
You
I nearly
ran too
gave in
fast
to
for
the
them.
sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
Yeah, lower your voice. Honestly,
You were right.
you kind of loud.
That's a good girl.
Ooh.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
As the Hydro Archon, it's weird that you don't know what's going on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, earthquake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
Poisson?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry
Don't
too much
boo-hoo
about
cry.
that. Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Well, at least
But the
Novelette is
people
doing
of
something.
Poisson, they've already...
I mean, majority of them survived. The majority.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
Ooh, you old.
I once had informants all over Teyvat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
Her hair is so pretty. But you haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
Okay, so you're gonna do
Don't
something.
worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
Okay, so she's gonna do something.
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Mm-hmm.
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Yeah, your people are willing to share your burden.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
You can confide in somebody. Just tell me.
A witness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard that you came to Teyvat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words,
Yes, I am an alien, thank
never
you.
belonged here.
Uh-huh. Yes,
And
I am
if
out of
Teyvat
place here.
is in its entirety a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't
Mhm.
you? If that's the case...
Yes, tell me all your problems. I am your therapist friend. Cutscene? Oh, cutscene. Oh. Letty! Letty, what did you do, buddy? Letty, my boy. Why now?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now,
I
without
should have
further
known.
ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
I should have known.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice.
We were just about to get a crack.
Justice itself. Does it not strike you as even
Oh,
the
so the
least
quake
bit
was them
absurd to bring
moving
very
the safe
concept of
house.
justice
Okay.
to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
I don't think she wants to do, honestly.
You would draw your blade against a god?
She sounds really small right now.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Oh,
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
yeah, she did.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow.
She did surrender.
How utterly humiliating.
She did indeed surrender.
Farina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always
No, that's
an
surrender.
indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again.
That is 100% surrender.
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time.
Also,
I'm
I will
sorry,
self-care. Thank you.
everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you.
Who are you protecting?
Applaud
The people?
and rejoice.
Or yourself?
One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Fosalor, will now begin!
Woohoo!
Oh, okay, me too. Excited audience member number
Now we're
1.
making history.
And overexcited audience member number 2.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to
She
stand trial
is
for her crimes?
Farina. She has to take
Also,
control of the
even though she's
situation.
still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
I think so.
Alright then, who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Oh, it's me. Oh no.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
Oh no.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
I plead the 5th.
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
Come on, shut up. Like,
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
I mean, she did just
Most
say
of
it's
the
Spina de
people who
Rosa.
participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates.
Oh,
They
interesting.
changed into plain clothes and came to the opera house as regular audience members. waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
My boy Lenny.
That's right. That house was a magic box rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Me too, honey.
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
Yeah.
Select a location,
Father, let's
a giant
go.
magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up
Father
a path
supporting
through
her
the water.
children.
It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Yeah, we lied. So sorry.
Then, I can guess Nervillette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
I apologize for the doggy.
And I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you...
No, I was trying to get you to crack.
You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
Oh?
Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance.
You did indeed.
It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Farina.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
Hey, Charlotte.
Oh, let Paimon...
What dirt did she dig up?
Is this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine!
Oh. Even better.
In other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Okay, so we're going through everything.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right.
So we were Lenny's
I
attorney.
didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could
Figured
also
out the
see this
serial
as a happy
disappearances.
coincidence. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out.
Child was convicted.
A Fatui Harbinger.
We
She's
met
an
with the
extraordinary
knave.
person. Her instinct must mean something.
We went to the
Of
fortress.
Meropide was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur
whale.
Nervillette, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my
Navi
awesome
almost
friend
died.
Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words
And
of
then we
someone
met
as
with N.
extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Okay. Dang, all that happened?
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese.
No, he has
Fast
to.
forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
Me too.
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated
I
to your
forgot she
conduct
could
as an
speak.
Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted.
Ooh.
Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Do you plead guilty?
Lady Farina,
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very
No,
identity?
it's not going too far, but sure.
I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make
We've
such a
seen
huge claim?
four other gods,
I have
actually.
cause to believe that common sense
So, I mean,
will
we could
prevail
make that
in this
claim.
case.
Like,
Many of
we
the
really
members
could
of the
make that
audience
claim
have
and
known
be,
me as the
like,
Hydro Archon ever since they were born.
we have a
There
basis.
would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
No.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Yeah, but she's old, so that's why they see her as the Archon.
I
Like, she's
tried
really
to give you
old.
the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
What is special about Farina? Well, she is crazy. But the knave thinks that you have a curse, so
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Wait a minute. No. No.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
She actually no. No, there's no way.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Nervalet?
So instead of an Archon, she's a cursed human, huh?
Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now.
I
Even if I have
a theory, and I don't want my theory to be right.
How does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority.
But you can have
Gods
authority
do what humans
without being a
cannot.
god.
That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Yeah, Farina has no control over the Oratrice.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend.
So that makes sense that you couldn't comprehend because you're a human.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
Poor Novelette. He has to sit here and judge her.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon.
Okay, Paimon.
Well,
Paimon's popping
now
off.
you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
What?
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over
Yeah,
the
give us a
Oratrice.
demonstration real quick.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
You'll be fine. Just do
If
it.
that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
Yeah, you can match the capabilities of a human with a vision. Unless you can't do
Aren't you
not
the
a
Hydro
thing.
Archon? Or is is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
It is a stretch.
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Oh, she's in trouble now.
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is?
It's not new roulette.
You have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such. Then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't.
I mean, she's not gonna give up. And if she's only human... What is the evidence about her being only human? Oh, that was it?
It has been established that all fontaines
Oh yeah, that is it.
dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Oh, she can dissolve too.
Insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being
Yeah, touch the primordial
Miss
sea.
Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives.
Don't cry, Navia. It's okay.
Including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of the seawater?
She actually wouldn't.
Believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon. Touching the seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse.
Liddy.
Oh, and I
Stop
must
woofing.
remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
I mean, is she Fontanian? Nobody said she's Fontanian. She's gonna touch it.
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of
Are you gonna
course you had
touch
to
it?
Tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
Is she gonna touch
She's
it?
just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to...
No, she's gonna touch it.
That's not what we thought she would.
No. She's gonna touch it.
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Nah, she touched it. And she didn't dissolve. She didn't dissolve. She didn't dissolve.
I'm fine. Look at me, everyone. My hand is still here. I haven't been dissolved. Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon. I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water. Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegeween? If you are present, Miss Siegeween, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegeween?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see.
Why'd she react to Siegeween like that?
That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss
Oh.
Siegeween.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Oh, yeah.
Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough?
It wasn't
prove
pure
my innocence?
primordial seawater.
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
Ooh.
I can't believe...
Oh, we tricked her.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
To prove you're not guilty? Oh, she's trying really hard. Oh, she's crying.
Anyone, just listen to me.
Oh, no.
I really am your Archon.
No, she's crying. Look at her, man. Look at her. Ah. Oh.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
Farina. Oh, is she crying? Oh, she is crying. Oh. Are you okay? Farina, are you good? What?
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty.
I mean, we knew she was gonna be. I knew she was gonna be rendered guilty. Just from all the evidence, there is no way she was not going to be not guilty.
We shall now turn to the
Oh, she's crying on her throne all alone.
To render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Farina is...
Did it just say she's not guilty?
What's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
It deemed her innocent.
The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
Oh.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god.
I thought they were just gonna be like, yeah, guilty, go to the fortress.
Twist.
Death sentence?
Sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, even Fauché wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Yeah, it rendered judgment on the Hydro Archon,
Indeed.
not Farina.
Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But
She's just
now,
crying.
The Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
I think somebody needs to do maintenance on the Oratrice because it keeps handing out these verdicts left, right, and center.
Excuse me if I
From a name? Buddy, what are you doing here?
Is the trial still going?
You're a little late.
Fremine, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Buddy, you're a little late. What did you do? Oh, the stone slate.
Is that the first prophecy slate?
How did you find that?
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
Oh, how nice
I
of
looked
her.
everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some
He sounds
dangerous
tired.
stretches of
Somebody
water.
let this boy take a nap.
But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late?
No. Honey, you did great.
no.
You did great. You have a chance.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Okay, let me just glide on over. Or I can walk down the stairs like a normal person.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
What does this look like? Previous Hydra Archon releasing her divine power, turning oceanids into human
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Farina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Talk about the past one, buddy.
So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kind of talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
An association between the contents of the slates and the events in... Oh.
Let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates.
So everybody here
best to help you remember.
is an oceanid. And when you get dissolved, you become an Oceanid. Probably, yeah. Let's see. Okay, select the descriptions on soul slates to extract key information from them. You can find... Cool.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well. The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing?
I don't think they're the same thing.
The slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just
the
a question
incident
of when and not if.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
Show Celestia flowing. Hydro. Yeah, because she was just...
Has all happened before.
She was just deemed guilty.
Sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Like, she didn't need to be declared guilty.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Yeah, that's alright.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone
Do I have to, like, rearrange things now?
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid.
Okay.
The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
Okay, so we just verified everything. Great, wonderful. I'm still lost. Please, game, tell me what's going on.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now. So that's how you can make.
I'm glad you get it, Paimon, because my brain's still.
But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking
Please
revelations.
do.
Let's hear them.
Fontanians are not real humans.
Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of Oceanids.
That's a lot of Oceanids.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So her crime is creating people from Oceanids.
Angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Yeah, the third slate should come after the fourth slate.
Isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea?
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion.
We have extra
now that
info?
The slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Go ahead, buddy. Touch it. Touch the slate. Oh.
Well, did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you.
Okay. Hit us with it.
Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontanians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct.
Okay, cool.
In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind.
That's cute.
However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Interesting.
Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race.
Did he just...
And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
Mm-hmm.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing.
How is he out of control?
Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin.
That doesn't matter. The oratory said death for you.
Really might be too much information for your regular Fontanian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis.
I like how
regarding
Farina
the
is still
third and
crying
fourth
throughout this
stone
entire
slates
thing.
wasn't accurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
Oh, they're in their correct spot. So then what does it
Point of
mean?
The visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea.
Oh.
The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
Oh. Oh, we just played into it, didn't we?
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
That's crazy.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
There is no way out of this. We literally put her on trial.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled?
She is literally crying.
I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
On her throne right now.
About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meropide served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yes.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
Oh.
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Is it the whale? It's the whale.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
It was both dream and reality.
It's the whale!
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Ooh, I don't like the color of that. Oh, I don't like the color of that. Oh! Is it flooding? Oh! Oh! Hello, whale! I did not expect for you to be here, buddy. Oh, he is big. Oh my god, where have you been? I did not know we were gonna be whale hunting to. Oh, it's leaving. Oh, you are hurt. You are hurt. You are hurt. Ooh, look at that hair. Hi, buddy. Are you coming back? I have your vision still. My man, what?
That was way too close. How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
Yeah, it's probably the one that it is the space whale. Lily, stop barking. There's a space whale. I think that's why she's barking.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Teyvat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Oh.
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow.
Oh.
That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
Oh.
And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist.
Oh.
Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again?
No, I can. I go kill it.
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely...
So he's been fighting it this whole time.
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
So that's why it rendered him guilty.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this.
Oh, that's why he's been guilty.
Know that this whale
Okay.
is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy? All we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
I can do it.
It is too late.
What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Teyvat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept.
Yeah, Navia.
We've done everything we can, and we even
I want to go whale hunting.
We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
It's time to go whale hunting.
That's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
I don't care. I want to go whale hunting.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Teyvat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
I'm hearing I need to become a whale hunter. Farina, get Farina. Get her. Find her. This whole time she's just been chilling. Where is she? Oh. Oh.
What's happening with the Oratrice?
Oh.
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death.
No. Oh, she's depressed.
No, I still need answers.
Go run, girly. Oh, I jumped really high. Okay, where did I go? Oh? Hello? Who are you? Who are you? Barefooted child, who are you? Oh, you look like Farina.
You.
That is not Farina.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Oh, she...
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
What are you cooking?
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up.
What are you cooking, woman?
But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes,
that is
to
a
be human
big
is to
guillotine.
be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit. leaving behind only a self
Oh.
that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne.
I can't go back to how she's like, oh, she's like the perfect human. Exactly the way I wanted to be. I love her so much. So yeah, I cursed her. What? I know we have like a plan here, but like, what? What? Why? I mean, I had a feeling. I had a feeling that Farina was split somehow. I had a feeling. I was like, either she has split personality or something. I didn't know she split into like divine and human. Why would you curse her?
In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist.
Oh, I will hide you, thank you.
But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form,
you're not even going to apologize for it.
It's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Okay, so we were able to see her memories because of the tears. Oh, we're in her. Oh! So we're in Farina's side and Neuvillette is in Focalor's side. Interesting, okay. Farina. I need to get up on stage. Hello, my love. All the spotlight is on you. Spotlight is on you.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
Adosi.
Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
Oh no, poor thing. Yo, turn off the lights. We're gonna have to turn off the lights. I'm gonna go turn off the lights for Rita. It's okay. Chung-Yoon will turn off the lights for you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll just close
Dear
it.
audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty.
Oh, she's fighting back. What are you, woman?
Shall resolve it soon enough.
I missed again.
Step right up.
Is there 3 of them on that? Or it's 2? It's 2.
Now disappear.
Okay.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
I hate this one specifically. You know how many times I've had to fight this enemy specifically in like the domain? Actually, I can't even go and look. But like I have fought this thing so many times. Too many times, in fact. I hate this thing so much. Ow! Ow! Hi, Godfather. What? Why? Why did you? What? Why? Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta get my charger for my phone. But like, why? Why did you just like assault me? Like I'm just chilling. We're going through it right now. Year streak and almost 2. Look, man. Look. I wasn't sure if you were. Look, man. Like, everybody is allowed to pull up when they can pull up. I have no problems with you pulling up. However, you do not have to pull up and assault me in frame 1 of you being here. Sir. Frame 1 of you being here. You do not need to assault my face with items. Thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Jeez. God, man, I just got up because I had a second to go get my charger to keep my phone going so that like my face could still be tracked. And you were just like, nah. Perfect timing to throw something at her face. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Fix my hair. Put my headphones back on. I was just assaulted in my own stream. God. Behave yourself. We're going through the 4.2 story quest. What's the question? What's up? You know what Curious talked to me? So I did talk to Curious a while ago. I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe Curious had to... They're on a hiatus because I believe it's work. They had like a new schedule at work and they just haven't had the chance to get back into streaming. But I did speak to Curious recently. But yeah, she's doing good. But yeah, Curious, yeah, they started working again and like their schedule changed. So that was probably like one of the main factors. But yeah, for me, I just see that Curious is on like a hiatus. Curious will come back when she can. Yeah, she's good. She's good. I'll be missing them. I do too. I miss Curious. Because we all started around the same time, you know? That was my phone that unplugged. It's charging though. We're okay. But yeah, Curious is good. Lily is also good, apparently. She had to make sure she was known that she is good. Yeah, Lily was here. Lily do be here. She actually ran out. She be barking. Ooh. I'm playing as Farina. Ooh. Short hair. Black outfit.
Farina. Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Oh, I would be scared.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
She is you and you are her.
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all
yes, this is Genshin Impact.
And only
hello,
the
gamer.
Hydro
How are you?
Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then.
Oh yeah, this is the 4.2 update. So this is the new story quest.
Very good. You know
we're getting into like the last couple acts.
I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to
They're
pass?
like the different elements that are only in Fontaine. Can't remember what they're called.
It will.
Yeah.
And
The
that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later.
Their shields
Things
for that
will
enemy is
develop
annoying.
just
I
as
keep
the prophecy declared.
forgetting about
There
them.
is
Like I
no
keep seeing them and I
escaping
hate them.
But
Oh, not bad.
doesn't
Got a
that
random
mean
gifted sub
everyone
though.
will
I thought I'd check it out.
I'm
Yeah.
a Fontanian just like
Godfather
them.
decided to
Will
pop
I
in
dissolve
and
too?
assault me with gifted subs.
Oh,
and you know
don't
what?
worry. Magical
It's
meetings
okay.
exist in this world precisely to
I will
give
survive.
people a chance to turn things around.
I did get like 50 million
It
items
is
thrown
the
at me though.
reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
She's lying. She has to suffer a lot. I've never heard such a big lie in my entire life. She's like, oh, you may have to suffer somewhat. Shawty has been alive for 500 years. 500 years. Let's put it that way. 500 years she's been alive. Then on top of that, everybody comes to love her, and then everybody is like, at the end, they all hate her. And they're like, it's your fault. Everything is your fault. All because of you. All because of you. You in the mirror. You decided to do this. Well, not you specifically, but like you in the mirror. This is your fault. But I'm gonna have to play your part. I'm mad at her. I would be mad at her. Liddy, what, puppy? You wanna come up again? Come, jump up. Come, jump up. Oh, you're such a little baby. Well, hi. Hi. She keeps like clawing at my legs because she wants to like be in the chair with me. But see, the problem is this chair is not big enough for the both of us. But she squeezes herself behind me because that's where she wants to be.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer?
Yeah, why does she?
If the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
Yikes.
You truly are the
Yikes
perfect
indeed.
human, my ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role, that of the new Archon.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity.
And then here I appeared.
If you can keep it up, then
within
I
a
shall have
day
my
of being
way
here.
defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity.
I can see why she got talked into this, because she sounds so comforting, and she's just like, everything is gonna be okay. You'll be fine. Mind you, she's about to sign me up for the worst thing in my life, but she's like, "You'll be fine. Don't worry about it."
Am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years.
She's very underestimating how long that is. Like,
I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial.
She's a con artist. This woman is a con artist.
A trial? Huh. How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Farina, you should have said no. She just conned this little girl out of her life. But she is her, so therefore, I mean, I guess she was gonna accept regardless. Ooh, my pretty little chair. I can't run towards it though. Her heels are also very nice. God, the amount of attention to detail that Genshin had put into Farina is just so pretty.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Farina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Oh, y'all are rude.
Gods be all powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
Good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house. Would
I know,
the
Lily.
children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
That is crazy.
Personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
That is actually crazy.
Seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Resolutely, with
My
conviction.
dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be
Turn up the
washed
drama.
away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
End the speech emphatically.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Me too, honey. Me too, honey. She's a great actor. She's a wonderful actor. Oh, she has more pep in her step. Oh, how nice.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A
A
trial
trial
to end
tend
all
all
things.
trials.
How could you hope to understand?
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
She got 500 years of acting on her belt. That's crazy.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too.
Oh, look at that.
He's doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
So she's just going through the motions right now. Well, not the motions, but she's playing her part. She's doing her part.
Oh, you're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Yeah,
really?
but they're not gonna get
Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Yeah, figured.
Is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Mm-hmm. And after all that, it's time to go to bed. Where you can't even be yourself.
The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. Alright, Farina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Oh, and then she had this go on for 500 years. Oh.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end.
Nope.
I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Scene 5. Oh.
Lady
Oh.
Farina, it's like a dream being able to speak with
Oh,
you
she
like this.
she's been doing this for a long
Member of
time.
our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deoteria.
Oh God.
20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is indeed.
She sounds broken.
It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer. A descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina.
My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
You're crying.
Are you crying?
Uh-huh. Oh, really now? I didn't even notice.
Yikes.
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder.
Yikes.
A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
Yikes. Had to smile through the crying. Smile through the pain.
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now.
Oh, she is broken.
Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more.
Oh, she is broken.
But it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears.
I wasn't even close to pulling for me, and I just pulled her on a random pull. Let's go!
Anyone about this?
Congratulations! I need her.
I've conducted
I still don't know
so
any
many
plot.
investigations across the centuries.
There's a lot going on right now.
Even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act.
There's a lot of things happening right now.
To save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
There's a lot of things happening right now.
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Oh, that was
I don't know
literally
what you might
yesterday.
be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to
She
share your
was
burden with
really
you.
about to crack.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But
Oop,
even
I'm
if
sorry
your
about
burden
that.
doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars.
I don't know if my brother's
In other words, you
my brother's voice was being picked up on the mic. I apologize.
And if Tevat is in its
I'm just gonna like move my
show on
mic
a
closer
stage,
and turn down the
then
gain
you're
so that
just a
it doesn't.
spectator, aren't you? If that's the case, she's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected,
Oh, she was struggling to tell me.
we'll be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina, you shouldn't be selfish.
Oh, she wasn't even gonna tell me.
But what if it's really all right?
I am in here. No.
For so
Hi, Wretched.
surely
Hello, how are you?
first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your
I am
fingers,
good.
it might never come by
I
again.
am really good.
Think
Thank
about
you.
it. Long and hard.
You thought about it too long, too hard, girly. You ended up on trial.
have nothing to say.
She wasn't even gonna tell me.
Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better.
That's crazy.
All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
That's crazy. Girlie, I seen everything. I know what's going on.
Fine.
Well, I sounded mad. I sounded big mad. I sounded big mad. It's like, fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Of course not.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
That is a horrible
She
thing to
did
do in this
very
situation.
well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic
It's not 1 a.m. Nope.
It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Yeah, how are you saving everybody? Focalor.
Good, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue.
Yeah, tell me what how you helping?
Long sense that the Oratrice is no simple machine. Yes?
Okay.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber.
Is the Oratrice you, Focalor?
That person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
Oh.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they were initially looking into that, the indemnitium,
the Hydro Archon's
before.
divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
returning what's rightfully yours to you,
of
course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
Oh!
But...
oh, because then he can take on the whale!
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years. is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
Yeah.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
I love how both of them were just deceiving people this entire time. Both Farina and Focalor.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice.
Something
And
fell
is
in
it
the
not
room next
just
door, and I
that
don't
your
know what it
original
was.
powers should be returned to you. Speaking
Also,
of
good luck in your
justice,
Overwatch match.
I've always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be
Thank you for the self-care.
Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervilette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass?
So he's the only one who has his full
when I was
power once
invited
he's
to the
dead.
court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand.
She's been plotting and scheming this entire
In the
time.
beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about
And the dogs are
mutual
mad.
understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Oh, cutscene?
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid.
Yeah, you can't come back after this. There's no respawning after
Perhaps
death.
have in common. Farewell, Nervilette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Oh, he's doing something. Oh, he is crying. Oh, he is crying. He is upset.
I, Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Wait, what did I just do? Other than forgive them. What is it? Wait. Am I missing something? Barbara! why did Barbara just pop in just like la da 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 da?
Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be?
No, he got it now.
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the primordial sea from that creature.
Oh.
We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice. The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal. Come
So
with
it's
me,
not a
traveler.
whale.
The hour of execution has come.
So it is not a whale. It is a narwhal. Oh, hello. It's pretty though.
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall hail upon the dragon's power. We shall look for an opening together.
Okay, so it vanished.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
It is angry. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, child. Stop that.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Will, where are you? Oh, 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 I can't run away from that. Oh.
Why is there a hole-looking thingy over there? It looks very scary.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was playing Honka. Excuse me.
Let's dance.
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within. Manifest the authority of the ancient dragons. Witness the might of the primordial sea.
Stop that. Like, I did not know we were playing Honkai right now. Like, what is this? That... It's dead? Oh. What is happening? Oh! Oh, it's you! The child!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job.
You are pretty.
Oh, well. It was just supposed to be a
she's
short
pretty.
private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
She's pretty.
Actually,
She's pretty.
I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
I like what's going on her arms and legs. That is so cool.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
Yeah, why would you? That's a pet to you? I have
to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation.
You think she cares?
So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master.
Her shoes are so pretty.
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either.
Me too.
But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you.
She has
Such
no,
roiling
like...
hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's
no
deep
eye
seas to
shinings.
digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
So everybody just drowned at this point. Like, everybody's just dead.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, they're alive! Navia! Oh, they're real people now. Are they real people? Or was it just like flooding? That is dangerous for a lot of reasons.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue.
Ryan! Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that he basically had an arc ready.
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand.
What wasn't even like really him? It was like everybody who was in the fortress. Oh, hey, go get him! Wait, since they're all oceanists, they don't really need to hold their breath under the water. Right?
It's a miracle! We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Yay, the prophecy was wrong. Was it really though? I mean, yeah. Kinda, not really.
Are you alright?
We're saved. The prophecy.
It's done, Farina, it's over. It's over, Farina, you're done. You don't have to play the role anymore, you're done.
So long.
I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. I didn't like her in the beginning, but I'm happy for her.
The soil renewed. The Suite of Diversilla tax post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Suite of Diversilla, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, boon or bane of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
It might have just been big shots from the start.
Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. the value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Yeah, yeah.
Iron's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
Exactly.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Mm.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Okay. Okay. For a better tomorrow. Wait, let me just select that. No, I don't have enough primos. But let's keep it going. Yay, so Fontaine is fine. We're good. It would have been really sad if, like, you know, they just release Fontaine and then, like, the whole place just floods. And we're never able to come back here again.
Navia!
Hey, Navika!
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
The Fatui have been a
Let
good
me
help.
introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year.
Oh, I know
about
what kind of
Fontaine's
enemy you
stray
are, and I don't
cats.
like you, but you know what? As long as you're helping Navia, I don't care.
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clorinde?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Yeah, she's not right about that.
I'm sure you can find a better
She
theme
is
than
right about that.
Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Clorinde at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
No. Okay, yeah, I'll pause.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Paimon, please.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
She's a busy lady.
All right, that should do it.
She loves her
I'll be back
job.
here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
She loves her job.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
Mm-hmm.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media?
Yeah, when
I
did
told
it?
him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
She's really trying to get an interview with him.
And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Alright.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this.
There shouldn't be a nostalgic feeling to
Looks
prison.
like you've been missing us.
Oh, there he is, the boy.
Luke, did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
Oh, she is
No
starstruck.
need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Oh, Kiryu. There he is.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to
Yes.
be published on the cover of the Steambird?
Yes, they do.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier, hmm?
Sir, please don't say things like that.
They're just a couple.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I mean, she's doing her
I
job.
have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really is trying.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
They are definitely
Is
a
my hair
couple.
messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before.
They're definitely a couple.
Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
I mean, yeah.
Sijuin.
But the color, maybe.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Sijuin. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Oh, Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old. As
That
you
was a
can
very
see.
long pause.
Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurrier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun.
Nah, he doesn't need his
Not
day
that
in the
you
sun.
want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
You did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey,
Understandable.
everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next
I
time.
thought she was gonna try and get an interview out of him again.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe.
No, there it is.
I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then.
She's really trying to make sure she gets that interview with him.
Last stop, the docks.
All right, to the harbor. Ooh, I gotta go down. Or I could just, you know, jump. Yeah, I'm gonna just. Oh, there they are. My babies! There they are.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Hi, Lenny. Hi.
Would you like a magic pocket?
Oh.
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
I'll take it.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my
Oh,
address.
he's making friends.
Working hard to help Fermine socialize.
No.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Aww. my baby is growing up.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you.
Oh.
So, how have things been, Traveler?
I'm good.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's okay. You did really great on my team, honestly.
So, what's she doing now?
Father is
I guess
out and
you haven't
about.
heard. Well, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
Wow. So she did get the gnosis anyways.
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
He got a
It
gnosis,
could have been done as
Lily.
an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about.
I mean, he doesn't need the gnosis. He actually doesn't need it.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede.
We
a
were
while
just
back.
there.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
Yeah, what happened to
They
Child?
say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover
so
from
he
his
lived.
wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Oh. There she is. There's Father. Hello.
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to
Of course she is. That's a dumb question.
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Oh yeah, I do have that. Give it back
A
to him,
vision.
please.
All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him.
She's not
this
going to give it
entire
back to him.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
Yeah, don't
That
take
is
pictures of her.
correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians. And our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
She's
Sea breeze
starstruck.
is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture.
I think he would have died if he
I've already
did.
wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This will be more than enough for me to
She
write about,
honestly
I'm
would have
sure.
died if she took a picture of
Don't
her.
be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets.
Me too, buddy.
I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Bye, Lenny.
Guess we sent Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not...
Never let, buddy boy. I gotta go over here. Oh, we gotta walk. Neverlet, my friend.
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Hi, buddy. Hi, my friend. How are you? Are you okay? We went through a lot.
So, you really are here, Neverlet? Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Oh.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Shush, puppy.
Whoa. So that's what happened?
Yeah, I only saw
Kozilek
Farina's part.
destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
So they did become true humans.
Counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Fossilor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to
Yes,
ask.
I do. I have plenty of things I want to ask you.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay.
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the
I feel like
creature off,
Focalor was buying time.
I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Yeah.
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
No, but sure.
Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, it seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About Fontaine's future.
Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Yeah.
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to
No,
stay,
she does not.
right?
She is
You need
wandering.
not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person.
Good for you,
Additionally, the Hydro
Novelette.
Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave.
Okay, that
Fontaine
makes sense.
immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I
Yeah,
will
that
tell
is
you
useful.
the truth as I know it.
About the Gnosis.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine.
True.
If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
Congratulations! Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
No.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume?
Yeah, Natlan.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land.
It's a land of pyro?
As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Nation of dragons, okay.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands.
So
like
it is
an
the Pyro
undying
Nation.
Flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you. The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
Yeah, they gotta get things
suggest that you
done.
fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Cool. Thank you.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
I have no more questions, Nicolette.
Paimon's still got a question about Gnosis.
Never mind.
When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface.
Oh.
It went something like this.
Oh, y'all were conversating while I was gone.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
Bye-bye.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
What is she talking about?
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Oh.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you.
Interesting.
To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know.
Okay, thanks.
If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
So that's why he got rid of the gnosis.
You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I?
That's
I can be the
crazy.
messenger then.
Just son child.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information
I'm
on
back
to
with
you.
food. Welcome back.
The remains of
I have
the
just
third descender?
asked Nervalet all these
That's
questions.
what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
That's crazy.
She said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
Mm-hmm.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Please don't kill me to figure that out.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all.
I have a theory and I...
But this topic still feels like bad luck. Once child recovers, let's
No,
get some
that
more
doesn't make
answers
sense.
out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes.
'Cause if
All
I'm the
of
fourth
Fosulo's efforts were
dissenter-
for this moment as well.
Wouldn't that make my brother the third?
In the end as a god, and she suffered
But
through
he's
all those
alive.
years as a human. Was that really what
So
she
that doesn't
wanted?
make sense.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what ultimately is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Is he about to cry? No, he's out. He's done. And that's it. That is the end of Fontaine. And yeah. And I just need to finish up all my world quests. And I can do Farina's quest now. Yay. Let me get this. Okay. So before I go, we're gonna grab this. Yeah. Because we got one more after this. Yeah, I'm not gonna get in here. I'm not gonna get here. I'm just building pity at this point. That's okay. I'll get her. I'm probably gonna end up getting her off stream, honestly. What is my pity at? Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 29. So if I did one more, I'd be at 30. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I have her guaranteed. I just need to get her. I just need to get her. I will get you. I will get you. I will get you. Maizu, you'll come back. I will get you though. I have so many quests that I need to do. I have so many chests that I need to collect. I did not do any exploration in Fontaine, really. So I got stuff I gotta collect. But that is for another day. For now, I'm gonna go over here just because we have completed, we have finished Fontaine's story. I liked it. I loved it. It was good. It was really good. That was good. That was good. My opinion on Farina has changed. I didn't like her before. Then I started to like her. Now I just feel bad for her. I just feel bad for her. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get her. Regardless if I liked her or not. No, if I actually didn't like her, I wouldn't have gotten her. I wouldn't suffer for her. But I kind of do like her now. So, you know, we'll go get her. We'll get her. We'll bring her home eventually. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for me. Not sure if I'm gonna be live again tomorrow, just because I have a really busy day tomorrow. I might end up doing like Squid Sunday on Monday, something like that. But other than that, I actually have somewhere that I need to be in a little bit. So thank you for the head pats again. But I am gonna go over here. And Azzy, I just refunded you for the self-care because it's Monday to stream. But other than that, for everybody here on Twitch and on YouTube, thank you for being here. And I will see you guys later. Bye for now.